following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Everybody. Hey ho, what's up, everybody?
There's no picture.
I put the wrong camera on, so hold on 1 second, everybody. I'm fixing it right now. Let's see. There we go. All right.
There's nothing there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, here we go. Another J.
No, it should be working fine. Oh, well, let's take it out. Screw it. We'll use the other one. Okay. All right, everybody. Talk, Ron.
Talk, Ron. What am I, a fucking married?
There we go. Okay, well, now let's see how we do.
I'm like a puppet. Talk, Ron.
Yes. All right, everybody. We're getting ready to go. Here we go. We're going to use the other camera because I forgot to put the camera on. It didn't go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have a great show for you today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have two great guests, accomplished Lou Martini Jr., who's been on the show before. And then we met a fabulous actress at a 4th of July party. Her name is Jon Mack. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun today, you guys. So before we get started.
If I could stay awake, I'm not sleeping. I'm having these weird dreams every night. I don't know what kind of freaking dreams, but they're weird.
So we won't.
I don't sleep at night. I'm up all night long, in and out, up and down. Then my knee hurts, and I have to get up and walk so my knee doesn't hurt. It's, I'm telling you, getting old is not good. I just turned 39.
Yeah.
And 39 is a bitch.
I think you got to speak up some, too, because you're kind of low.
What happened?
I think you have to speak up a little bit. You're kind of low.
I just have a soft voice because, from Brooklyn, nobody from Brooklyn has a soft voice. They're all loud. But I don't have a loud voice. I've always had a soft voice.
I know, but you don't really. Like I normally when you talk, it's not soft. It's like it's
when
only
I talk to
Wednesday.
you, it's loud because you annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah, right.
I get so annoyed with you, I have to tell you 50 times something because you don't get it.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? We have a great show. Jeff Caperton's in the chat room. Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Stefan is in the chat room. Cindy Ladylike, thanks for all the promo stuff. While I got everybody's attention too, Stefan and I have been revamping Jimmy Star's World, so please check it out, JimmyStarsWorld.com. And before we get started, let's go and introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell, because I didn't do that.
Oh, you're so cute. Oh, please leave me alone. I am tired. I don't want to do this show today. Except I love John. She's so sweet. And I'm doing this show only for her.
No, you're going to have fun with the whole show.
No, but I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
That's
I'm
okay.
Cranky. I'm tired. I'm an old.
Get over it. The show must go on. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Last week's show kicked ass with all our AI stuff. And the show also got put up on Instagram. And I don't know, between everything, we got hundreds of thousands of plays. So I want to thank everybody.
We were all over the place, like some kind of a disease.
Yes, so we want to thank everybody for tuning in because it was a lot of fun. Saturday, we went to a fabulous 4th of July party. We had a really good time. And like I said, we met Jon Mack. And it was at Steve Ross's house, which we're doing a movie with Steve Ross called Carnival. And also MMA, like, I don't know what you call her, actually. Like, I don't know. She's like the female Bruce Lee. Cynthia Rothrock was there. And we were
she beats
she's been on our
up.
show.
So I said to her, how much would you charge me to beat Jimmy up?
And she could too. And she's super nice. She's super pretty.
So she said, $50, I'll beat the shit out of
Yeah.
him. I said, okay, $50, you got a deal.
She has a whole bunch of fun movies, you guys. I've seen most of them. And then we also had Robert Lasardo, who's a good friend of ours. He's been on the show twice. And he was there, and we've met a bunch of nice new people along with our host, Steve Ross. And so it was a good time. And it was just nice to, get out, and it wasn't so overly hot like it is right now. Yesterday it was 115 degrees here. 116 degrees here. It was terrible.
And they were bitching in New York because it was 100. Oh, they were fainting and they were doing all kinds of things like, go hide in the drugstore where it's cool and don't walk in the streets of Manhattan. I mean, it's nonsense. We live with 125.
I think they have worse humidity than us, though, right?
Yeah, the humidity is bad. I find in a way the humidity is better because when we're 125, we dry up. And that's not good for your skin because you get wrinkles, cracks. Ever see the Palm Springs people that go in the sun? They look like an earthquake. Their faces are all chopped up, or they're disgusting looking. And they think they're beautiful with those dark. They're brown as a berry and cracked. And all you see are their caps, their teeth, their fake teeth, white. I mean, really. Nice to stay indoors and stay cool. And don't destroy your skin. I never went in the sun. I never had to because I'm Italian.
Okay, they say we have to fix your mic because it sounds muffled because it's going into your chest and not up here. It needs to go up. Maybe you just hold it in your hand otherwise and talking to it.
I can't hold anything. I'm exhausted.
Okay, well, you have to get it so it sticks up.
These mics stink, I think.
No, they're really good. Everybody else holds them in their hands, though, because I've been watching other people's shows. They have the same mics, but they hold them in their hands instead of putting them on them.
I can't hold them in my hands. It's exhausting.
Anyway.
2 hours of holding a mic. What am I?
I don't know,
A
but
mic
we want to be
stand?
able to hear you because as it is, you talk low and then you're muffled, so we don't want you to be muffled.
I have a very low voice.
There
Now,
you
can
go.
you hear me?
Is that better, Juan? Can you guys hear that? I hope so. Hey, Halbrenos just joined us too, so hope everything is going good. Yeah, he said that's much better.
Oh, but I have to hold a friggin' thing. That's ridiculous.
Well, you don't have to, but you just got to put it. If you put it on the outside of your shirt, it'll stay up better than on the inside, and then you can do it. But I don't want to do all this like on the air. So if you want me to help you do it, I can help you while we're talking. So you guys, we have two great guests today. It should be a lot of fun. Lou Martini Jr. has been on the show before. He's a super talented guy. You guys have seen him a lot lately because he plays an attorney on Law & Order SVU, and he's super talented. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
He's a working actor, which is something we don't know. Nobody we know works. This guy works all the time.
Absolutely. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. You can hear us on Libsyn, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. And before we bring on our first guest, we're going to play the Legend of Bunny Man music video real quick because I want to keep it out there since we're hopefully going into production next month. So check it out. And when we come back, we'll be with our first guest, Lou Martini Jr. But here's the Legend of Bunny Man music video. Enjoy.
Beneath the moonlight, shadows creep. In a suit of white, he doesn't sleep. Bunny Man's back, the whispers say. In the heart of the night, he's come out to play. Legends never die, they just evolve. In fear we stand, the truth we resolve. Bunny Man's back, in the dead of night. With a hop and a skip, he brings the pride. Run for your life, there's no escape. The legend reborn, that's Bunny Man shade. From a small town where stories grow, in the dark alleys people move slow. If you hear the thump, better run and hide. Bunny Man's lurking, he's on the inside. Every dark tale has its spark. He
Oh, Bunny Man. Scary, scary, scary.
I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's bring
But
on.
who does he kill?
Huh?
Who does he kill?
I can't tell you the story.
All he does is walk around with a hatchet.
Well, that's in the music video, but not in the movie. But I'm
Oh.
not telling you because nobody's done what we're doing yet, so I'm not telling you what happens in
okay.
it. All right, we're going to bring on our first guest, Lou Martini Jr. Let's bring him on. Hey, Lou!
Great to see my boys. What's up?
How are you?
Yeah, you're
Great,
working,
listen.
you son of a bitch. How do you get all
Oh,
these jokes?
please. I wish I was working as much as you say I'm working. Believe me. But I'm throwing my hat.
You're working like crazy.
Not really. Not really. It's drips and drabs, you know. As we get older and grayer and whiter, we work less. You know how that works.
No. I work more now that I'm old. Imagine
Oh, really?
When I was young, nobody wanted me. Now they all want me because I'm 100. Because there's not too many old bags in the business anymore. And they need, grandfathers, and you're frozen, baby.
Oh, what happened, Juan? Take him out and bring him back, Juan. I think we froze. There
Technology.
we go.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Okay.
I mean, you're working like crazy.
Hang on. We got to do an intro. All right,
wait
I
a
can't
second.
hear you.
You can't hear us?
I see you, but I can't hear you.
Juan, why would he not hear us, Juan? Look in the chat. Let's see. Turn your volume on. Live television, you guys. We're going to rock and roll. We had him, and then we lost him, and then we got him, and he couldn't hear us. That's so much fun. How the world goes. But you guys are going to have fun. Once we get him back, you'll have a good time. I think it's going to be fun.
Time.
Oh, that was a good TV show.
Good time.
Good Times, I think it was called.
Hey, sailor, you want a good time? I used to say that.
I believe it.
Really, when I was in drag, we used to do those jokes. Hey, sailor, looking for a good time?
And then what'd you do?
Well, that was just a line. You'd go out on the stage looking like a cheap slut, and you'd say, hey, sailor, looking for a good time?
Now I hear you.
All right.
Now I see you. I hear you.
So
I
going
feel you.
back, so you're working like crazy, and that's good. I'm not giving you the evil eye either. I'm telling you, good for you, because the more you work, the more I work.
Okay, that sounds good. Listen, I want to throw my hat into the ring for the casting of Bunny Man. Do you have a Bunny Man yet? I want to put the ears on and start chopping at people.
I don't have the Bunny Man yet. I had a bunch of all the major horror people who played like different famous people want to be Bunny Man because they know they can go to conventions and sign autographs and make a shitload of money if they're Bunny Man. But we're working on it, and so we'll talk when we're not on the air about it.
Okay.
First, let me do an actual intro. Hey, everybody! Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actor, producer, writer. Now I saw director and talk show host. Lou Martini Jr., hello, and welcome to the show.
We're trying to do it all. Thanks for the intro.
Hey, you have to do it all nowadays or you can't, make a living. But I was watching, a Law & Order, Law & Order SVU. I watch it all the time, even the ones I haven't seen. And, I watched it, and, I watched, 8 episodes, and you were on, 3 of them or something. And I was like, I should contact Lou and see if he wants to come back on the show. Because it's one of my favorite shows, and it's the one, I think it's the longest running show on television.
I think they're on season 27 now. I've done 20 episodes in total. 5 episodes is the recurring character of an attorney named Ron Fredo.
Yes.
And they're really good people. NBC has been great to me, and the cast and crew have been great to me, and the producers and the showrunners. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Then I also saw you've also been on, because I went down your IMDb today. It said you've also been on regular Law & Order Criminal Intent, and then the Law & Order one, Organized Crime. So basically you've done the gamut. You're on all of them.
I even did Conviction that was on, I think, that last 2 seasons. I did a Conviction, which was in the Law & Order universe. Also, I did a guest spot on that.
What kind of a role are you playing?
An attorney on most of them.
Yeah, the last 5 episodes I'd done an SVU were an attorney named Ron Fredo. An interesting backstory on that. When I got the job, my character's name was Ron Parker, right? Very white bread, very, Caucasian. I get to the dressing room, the pier, 23rd Street, and there's a piece of tape on the nameplate, and it says Fredo. So I'm thinking somebody's playing a joke on me, calling me Fredo, because this had happened right when, I don't know if you guys remember, Chris Cuomo had this incident where somebody in a bar came up to him and called him a Fredo, you're a Fredo. And he said, that's a slur against Italian Americans. So I thought somebody was playing a joke on me. So I go up to the director. I'm like, Mike Smith, great director. Mike, who put the sticker on my door, Fredo? He says, no, that's your character's name now. I'm like, what are you talking about? He says, nobody's spoken to you? I says, no. He says, why don't you go downstairs? Because, when you're in the pier on 23rd Street, the offices are there. Everything's there. It's, that's the mothership. So I'm on my way down, and Jonathan Strauss, one of the showrunners, one of the producers, is on his way up to see me. And he says, hey, Lou, we changed your name. NBC wants to know if you'd like to, be what they call in the circuit. And I said, wait, let me think about it. Yes, I'll be in the circuit. I'll be in the circuit as Ron Fredo. So that's how I got the name Ron Fredo on the show. So
but you're really good. You play an attorney really, really good.
So wait, what name did you wind up with?
Ron Fredo.
Ron Fredo, like Fredo in The Godfather.
Okay.
Which is kind of ironic since you were a little kid in The Godfather.
In The Godfather, that's right. Amazing,
Actually,
right? Full circle.
Yeah, so it comes full circle. So I want to give a plug out a little bit for Breaking Balls real quick. So you guys, Lou is a co-host on the Breaking Balls podcast with Johnny Potenza, and he's one of the recurring crew people. It's Lou Martini Jr., Gary Pastor, which, by the way, I invited him on the show and he blew me off. And
I gotta smack him. For you when I see him.
And Conchetta Rose Rella. And I have to tell you, because I don't watch other people's podcasts. Every once in a while I do, but I actually watch you guys' show. It's very funny. You guys
Let me interrupt.
Wait. You guys have great camaraderie.
I have to interrupt. I have a message for Johnny. He should be so lucky to come on our show.
No, not Johnny. Johnny comes on the show all the time.
Oh, who are we talking about?
Gary Pastor. He's another.
Gary, you should be so lucky. Do you know how many people want to come on our show and we turn them down? You have no idea. You have no idea.
I shouldn't have brought it up. He's a nice guy.
I can imagine.
He's a great actor.
Really and truly.
You got to be out of your mind to turn down you guys.
That's right.
I have friends of mine in New York that called Jimmy and said, could you put my friend on your show? He just made a movie. I turn
everybody down.
What? You made a movie? Who ever heard of you? You made a movie with an 8mm in a subway. So what are we talking about here?
No,
there's a lot of those guys.
You tell Gary he should be so lucky.
I love Johnny P. Do you know Sean Kanan?
Yes, absolutely. Great guy.
Okay,
wonderful
so
guy.
Sean and Michelle, they've been friends of ours for like 20 years.
We love him too.
And that's how we met Johnny P in the first place.
Right.
Okay.
Now he goes by Johnny Potenza, though, right? He doesn't do Johnny P anymore. Now he does his full name.
Potenza.
Don't get me started with Johnny P.
Okay.
He changes every day.
But you guys' podcast, I'm giving you total props. You guys, the show is really good. It's called Breaking Balls. It's the Breaking Balls podcast. And here's what I found funny. So I threw it into Google, right? And it says the Breaking Balls podcast and all you guys engage in relentless roasting, tell wild stories, and then it says, and share questionable life advice.
It sounds like,
and I was like, holy shit.
It sounds like me on this show.
Oh, God.
I was like, questionable life advice.
So you stole my gig, huh?
Well, we got two. We have two people that want to sue us already, so that's good. You know, when people want to sue you, you're doing the right thing. We got a couple of lawsuits
I've
out
been
there.
breaking balls for 18 years on this show.
I learned it from you. The best.
So tell everybody, how do they actually see the Breaking Balls podcast?
Again, it's everywhere. It's on every platform that you can imagine. Spotify, Apple, YouTube. And when you see it, please like and follow and subscribe. I don't have to go through the drill. It helps us with how many eyeballs are on the thing. And I guess we're going to start shooting again at the end of the month, and it'll be season 3. And we got some really good guests coming on. We got Tony Orlando coming on. That's going to be fun. And we'll do one show with a guest. We'll do one show with just us breaking balls. So we mix it up a little bit.
Tony Orlando is great. We've had him on 5 times.
He's a wonderful guest.
Really good guest.
Love him.
He really is. He's very cooperative. He's entertaining. He's one of our better guests. Yeah, we love him.
So you've done a ton of shit since the last time we had you on. But one of the things I want to talk about is the TV series that you're working on or that you're producing, and it's called Whacked. Where Are They Now? Tell us a little bit about it, because I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, we're still trying to get a deal with that, but we came up with the idea. My partner, Tony D'Antonio, is my producing partner, and I had this idea to take famous death scenes from movies and television programs, like for example, the little boy that got eaten up by the shark in Jaws. Whatever happened to that little kid in real life? Did he wind up homeless in Cincinnati? Did he wind up being the governor of Kentucky? We want to take a famous, iconic scene where everybody remembers the actor, but they've lost track of this actor or person, wherever he is. So we want to track him down and find out. Hopefully it's a good ending. It might not be a good ending sometimes. Like I said, you might find somebody homeless in Cincinnati that had an iconic death scene. But that's the idea. So, hey, if there's anybody out there that wants to get involved, we're looking for, financial help with that. I think we're going to sell it, though. I think it's a great concept.
It's a great concept.
And, we're going to have fun with
it. So you sent me a little reel thing, and I sent it to our engineer so we could play it so people can see it. They can see that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The clip with Vinny Pastore, where we track down Vinny, that's a great one.
So you introduced it. Hey, Juan, we're going to play the thing that I sent you this morning because I had sent the wrong format, the Whack TV thing. After Lou introduce it and hang on. We're going to play it for everybody. Go ahead and introduce it.
I got a great story to tell you about the Vinny Pastore clip that's I think you're going to see in this Whacked. Yeah. Whacked by Lou Martini Jr.
Enjoy, everybody.
Hey, everybody. I'm Lou Martini Jr. and welcome to Whacked. Where are they now? I myself have been whacked from some television programs and films.
Put that down. It's not funny.
Why are you doing it? Just do it! This is over. And we all know what happened to me, right? I'm hosting my own show. Hey, do you recognize these stairs? Well, maybe you do. There was a little film called The French Connection back in 1971, where maybe the greatest car chase scene in the history of film ended right there, when Popeye Doyle whacked the French drug smuggler. Well, we all know what happened to Gene Hackman. Academy Awards, megastardom. The French actor who played the drug smuggler? Not so much. We did hear that the actor, Marcel Bazouvi, went back to France and had a nice little career for himself. Supposedly, he actually became the foreign voice of Paul Newman and Charles Bronson. Well, there's only one way to find out. We got to go to Paris. The baguettes are on me. Hey, whatever happened to Marcel Bazouvi? Tonight on Whacked. The Boardwalk, Coney Island, Brooklyn, USA. The sun, the surf, the rides, and some of the great films of all time were shot right here on this boardwalk in Coney Island. Annie Hall, The Wiz, and of course that cult classic, The Warriors. Right there on that beach, the character Luther sang maybe the creepiest little song in movie history.
Warriors, come out to play.
Well, right after he sang that song, the other gang showed up and whacked Luther into eternity because he had framed the Warriors.
No, it wasn't us. It was them.
Would you believe that same actor, years later, won a Grammy? Not bad, huh? Hey, whatever happened to the Warriors' David Patrick Kelly? Today on Whacked. Hey, everybody. I'm Lou Martini Jr., and welcome to Whacked. Where are they now? The Verrazano Bridge, the gateway to the Atlantic Ocean, where a bunch of wise guys are sleeping with the fishes, as they say. The big pussy's out there somewhere. Get your minds out of the gutter. The big pussy from The Sopranos, one of the great TV shows of all time. As we all know, the big puss met his untimely death on a boat out there in the Atlantic Ocean.
Jesus Christ. I gotta sit down. I feel like I can't stand. Is that okay, Tony? Did I sit?
This one's a little close to my heart, as I was on the last season of The Sopranos myself. So it'd be great to find my old castmate, Vincent Pastore. Hey, Vinny, where the hell are you? So we got a tip that Vincent Pastore himself, the big pussy, may be playing this casino tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's the tip, that he's playing here tonight at Resorts Casino in Queens, New York. Let's go find him. So Vincent Pastore, the big pussy, is playing the casino. But it's not craps, or roulette, or even blackjack like I thought. He's playing with his band. An iconic character, Vincent, an iconic death scene on the boat, and an iconic show. Where have you been since that classic TV moment?
Well, that's been like 20 years ago.
Is it 20 years since
I've
that?
been a lot of places.
That was season 1, right?
Season 1, season 2, I got whacked.
See, at the end of season 2, you got whacked. So that's
Right.
2000.
Right. I've been in a lot of places. I've been up and down, all around, here and there. Big Pussy was in Chicago, the play.
Oh, so you went to Broadway.
I went to Broadway.
You went to
I
Broadway?
did Bullets Over Broadway. I did Chicago.
Tell me about this band thing. You got a whole band
I
now.
have musicians that have been playing with me since 1980 at the Crazy Horse Cafe Newer Show. That's who's going to be on stage with me tonight.
You know what's funny? You were singing to the FBI and the Sopranos, but now you're singing on stage with a live.
Did you write this stuff yourself?
Yes, I do. Vincent Pastore.
I'm alive.
The Big Pussy. He's alive
I'm
and
well.
doing
I'm at
well.
resorts.
At resorts, doing Broadway.
Doing Broadway.
Traveling with your
off
band.
Broadway.
Vincent, a pleasure as always. Thank you for taking the time out.
What's your name?
Lou Martini.
I seen you on The Sopranos.
I was in season 6.
But I wasn't with you because I was dead already.
I freaking love it. I actually met Vincent Pastore at a strip club one time.
Of course you did.
In Florida, and we were with. I had a manager at one time. It's the only time I ever had a manager, and her cousin was Stephen Van Zandt, and so we got to hang out with all of them at a strip club. It was fun.
I got to tell you about that clip. So I know Vinny for many years. Obviously, we go way back, way before Sopranos and stuff. So when Vinny agreed to help us out with this sizzle, I said, Vinny, okay, so I'm going to interview like, of course, I don't know you. We have not met. I don't know you. We just found you. That's the idea. Yeah, I got it. So we start the interview, and I think the first question I asked is, "Oh, where you been? What have you been up to?" And he's like, "Louis, you know what I'm doing. I was doing. You know me. You know what I'm doing. You cut. It's like, no, Vinny, you don't know me. You don't know me." We had to do like 3 takes of it where he finally got that he didn't know me. He wasn't going to say how he knew me. But we love Vinny. He's the best.
No, it's a lot of fun. So I have a question. You put this project together a long time ago, and now you're shopping it because now you're gray.
Yes, as you can see.
And a lot less weight.
And a lot less weight. I actually think you look way better like this. As an older person, you look great.
You look very
Thank you.
Before
I was dying
like
my hair
fat
for years.
guy from Brooklyn.
I know. I was dyeing my hair for years. My wife said, "You look like one of those guys at the OTB with the orange hair. Let your gray grow in." So I let the gray grow in.
No, you look like an old queen if you dye your hair.
Oh, that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Well, I don't think that's a compliment.
No, you look good now. This is
You
terrific.
said now I look like an old queen. Oh, okay. No.
No. If you dye, listen. When you're old, if you dye your hair black, you'll look like an old queen.
Yes.
The old queens here in Palm Springs that are trying to look young to get the young kids.
Yeah. I lost 28 pounds. That's good.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do that. Trying to be a little healthier.
So now, are you on the shot, or are you on the shot, or are you exercising?
Both Ozempic and watching what I'm eating and exercising and stuff. And
Good for you. That's a lot of weight, 28 pounds.
Yep.
Yeah, 28 pounds.
The world's going to be skinny. We're going to have a skinny world now.
I love it.
Because of all these shots, everybody I know is on them. They're all getting skinny. They're losing 50 pounds, 30 pounds.
But it's not agreeing with everybody. You see some of these pictures of some of these celebrities, and they're looking like they're so gaunt in the face and stuff. And it's like, wait a second. I think, how many shots a day are you taking? I don't
some
know if that's
people.
working.
I don't want to mention, but so certain rock star's daughter, I thought she looked like she was about to die. She's so skinny.
Wow.
So it was just terrible.
People worried that she was dying. People said, "Is she dying?" Yeah.
The trick to good health is to stay the same weight since you're 18 or 19. And I've only gained 10 pounds either way. So I've kept my weight the same all my life. And that's why I'm here, 86 years old.
That's fantastic.
If I ate and got fat, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
I don't know. I'm like 20.
Trust me, I mean that.
I'm 30 pounds. I'm like 35 pounds lighter than when I met you.
Overweight is suicide. People don't believe me when I tell them this.
True.
All the fat people I knew in my life are dead.
Yeah.
But the skinny ones, my friend Perry Winkler, she's 105 in August. All she ate her whole life was salmon at dinner. In the morning, she had yogurt and black coffee and a banana. That was all her life, and she's 105. Not
she looks good.
She doesn't take a pill for anything. There's nothing wrong with her. Imagine 105. So it pays to be thin and eat less. We don't have to eat so much food.
Yeah, yeah. And everything here is processed too. That's the deal too.
Yeah,
The
that's a
processed-
big problem.
But being Italian, it's impossible. Especially when I go back to Brooklyn and I see all my Brooklyn friends, and they all say, "Oh, it's a new place. You got to go." And you eat like a crazy person, you know.
I thought you guys were moving back. What happened to that? Weren't you going to move back to Long Island?
Yeah, well, we were going to move to Long Island, and then we decided not to move. So Ron and I both have terrible knees. I've had 4 knee replacements, and he's had 1. I can't handle the cold. I really can't handle the cold. His daughter's just like a year ago moved to Pennsylvania, where we used to live in Doylestown. So we just met with the realtor, and our plan is to go to Boca and Florida, and then at least we're on the East Coast and we can get up there easily.
That's exactly what my wife and I are doing.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
And all my Brooklyn friends live in Boca. You
Yeah.
know, all the Italian guys I know. So
We
it's
just
nice.
came back.
Oh, you just came back from Boca? We love it.
We just came back. We're looking from anything south of Jupiter and Fort Lauderdale and north. So we're looking in that area. And we're going to keep the apartment in Brooklyn because my rent is still very cheap. I have a beautiful apartment in Bay Ridge, which is still a great neighborhood. Because, you know, I never go into rooms or offices anymore. Everything's on the internet.
That's right. You do
Either
everything
I
from
have
home.
an audition live on the Zoom or I send a tape in. And if I book a job, then I'll just fly up, jump on a JetBlue, work, stay in Brooklyn, and go back home to Florida. That's the plan. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
God willing. So
No, that's going to happen. That'd be great. I would love for you to be there because we're going to be there too.
You want to
That'd
be
be
in
great.
Boca. You want to be in Boca because Boca is absolutely the, I guess, most dressed up, best restaurant kind of. If
Yeah.
you want to feel rich and if you want to feel good about yourself, move to Boca. It's not
Yeah.
like the rest of Florida where they look like shit. You know, the old men with the varicose veins and the shorts.
Yeah.
And they walk around like they're crippled. It's not like that.
We like Boca. We're from there though too. But
I
it's
lived
nice.
there 21 years and I adore it. I miss it a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, no, we looked at some places in Boca too. It's all about numbers, you know, what we can afford.
Same thing with us.
Yeah.
Same thing with us. But
Well, $1 million is nothing.
Yeah.
Everything's $1 million.
it's a lot for us, but it's a nothing for anybody else.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I'm up for this television series where I play a gangster again, as usual, and it's called the L.A. Mob. What's it called?
L.A. Mob Story.
L.A. Mob Story, and it's about the hoods that came from New York to California and how
Interesting.
the mafia worked their
Actually,
way.
when they actually are like fully ready to go, like I'll introduce you to them. Because that
Okay.
would be something for you too.
Yeah, I just went up for two big jobs I didn't get. Very disappointed, but you know I went up for the.
That's the game.
there's
That's
a
what
spin-off
happens.
there's a spinoff of Tulsa King called Frisco, and
Well,
I was
they
picking
hired-
Tulsa
Frisco and
King
I
is
got
the
it.
best.
They hired me because of my Brooklyn accent. So I narrate the movie. I open it with narration, and periodically through the film, I do narration.
Great.
Yeah. And act in it as a hood. I do hood good.
Is it shooting in L.A. or?
Yeah.
Shooting in LA. Yeah. That's
So
why
actually-
we're staying here also, because of that TV series, as well as other films.
The Bunny Man thing is supposed to be funded in the next like 30
Either I
days.
play a cop or I play a hood. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, I wanna
See,
go
like
back-
I never played a lawyer until I went gray, and then all the lawyer.
Oh, I
parts-
can't play it.
Now I could see you though playing like that on like really big things, and
Yeah.
I didn't know they were doing a Tulsa King spinoff, but I'm a huge Frank Grillo fan. I really like Frank Grillo a lot.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
a
I know.
lawyer, playing a
Yeah.
lawyer is so many pages of script. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I
Do you
did.
remember lines real easy? Do you still remember lines easy?
It gets harder and harder. And
It is hard
I
for
take the
me.
Prevagen every day. That helps. I take a Prevagen. So
Does it
gets
really
harder
help?
and
Because
harder.
I see
Yes.
the commercial all the time, and I always ask him, "You think that shit works?"
Yeah, I think
No,
it does.
no.
I think it
Listen,
does.
when you get to be my age, 86, you don't remember jack shit. You don't even remember where your dick is when you have to pee. So, you know, I mean, you have to think about it. Like, where was my dick last time I saw it? Because you're 86. So I use a plug.
Yeah.
You know, so does, what's his name? Meryl Streep uses the plug, and Johnny Depp uses it. Everybody.
They all use it. They don't memorize
They
lines
all
anymore. I
use
was
it
just
because
on a
they don't
set.
want to learn. They don't want to learn their scripts, so they want to
Yep.
be fed. But
I was just on a set. Big budget movie. Had a couple little scenes, and the leads did not have their lines memorized.
Isn't that terrible?
But it's
That's a good deal.
wonderful because I'm old, right? And I go on the set and all the young people look at me thinking, that old fuck, he can't remember a line.
And he gets all his lines.
And then I sit there and I deliver every line and I look at them because they're fucking up. They're going, and they're losing line. They're yelling line. And
Yeah.
I've already finished.
He knows his lines. I have to give him the first couple words of the line, and then he usually gets the line.
Yeah,
Right.
I just have to. Yeah, that's what's going to happen with even you. You know everything. You just don't know where to put it.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
why
it.
I love rehearsal. I love
I say
rehearsal.
to
I learn my
I say
stuff
to
in
Jimmy
rehearsal.
all the time.
You know what? We do indie films. So in indie films, they don't give you rehearsals. So we
No.
don't get to rehearse anything.
No.
You're in bigger things. You get to actually rehearse like
No,
a
no,
normal
no.
person.
But I do rehearse in my dressing room. I rehearse by myself in the mirror. But I mean, I don't really rehearse lines. I rehearse emotion. I'm from the olden days, from the 1940s. Okay, so we were taught to use, stuff. And that's what I do. I go in the mirror and I say, this line should be delivered with this emotion. And it's real. It's really natural.
I want to go back
You're
to
breaking it
wax.
down.
But
Yeah.
a lot of actors just stand there and read lines. I want to smack them.
Well, there's a lot of actors out there that really shouldn't be actors. So let's.
You're right.
They
call it what it is.
shouldn't. They
They should
pay,
be
they
plumbers
pay for
or
play.
carpenters. Yeah.
Pay for play.
Yeah, but they're working. They're working.
They're working, but if
Go
they're
figure.
paying
Yeah,
to
but
work,
they're
that's
Working
different.
and ruining the movie. I've been with a couple of beauties that I wanted to beat the shit out of on the set because they were so stupid. They ruined my lines. You look like you're
Ron's-
overacting.
He's been in a couple of films that were crowdfunded to raise the money, so the good actors get paid. He gets paid,
I
but
always
then
get paid.
they give all the other actor roles. So you'll see a movie and there'll be like 100 actors that paid to be in the movie, so they all get a line that doesn't make any fucking sense to be in the movie in the first place. But because they paid, they got to make sure that people get to say something.
Yeah.
And it ruins the movie because
But
otherwise
Lou,
the movie could be really good.
You're like me. We're heavy actors. We're heavy duty actors. I'm tough in it. When I'm on the screen, I'm very tough and frightening. And if the guy I'm working with is weak, I look like I'm overacting.
True.
Got to respond, but they don't know how because they're not actors.
Yeah. We work. Unfortunately, like I said, we work with that a lot now. We work with that a lot.
A lot.
People pay
Well,
to
my
get their
friend Sarah,
roles or-
Sarah French, you know Sarah French?
No, he's not going to know her.
Not off the top of my head.
Big scream queen. She's very famous and she won't work with them. She said flat out, no, she worked with them in the movie and it was a nightmare for her. She said, I will not work with them. So a lot of actors, professional,
Or rebelling.
I'm in the business 64 years. Come on. And other actors I work with, like you, how many years you in the biz?
I got my first pay stub from 1964. So add that up.
I
So
don't know how to
36,
add.
46, 50,
60 years.
62 years.
So you're like me. You're
Yeah.
a vintage. You're vintage.
Yeah. Your first thing was with Mary Tyler Moore, I think I read, wasn't it?
My first speaking part was with Mary Tyler Moore and George Papard in a movie called What's So Bad About Feeling Good.
I know that movie.
Yeah, these lovebirds have this virus, and the whole city gets crazy off this lovebird virus. It's a funky movie, and actually almost got fired from that one because I had a scene where I'm running up the city hall stairs, and Mary Tyler Moore and George Papard are coming down the stairs, holding hands, and I'm yelling for my mommy, who's I guess is at the top of the stairs, and I would have to break them up. And we literally did, I don't know how many takes. It had to be over 20 takes. And finally, my father came on set and said, listen, if George Papard doesn't know how to hold her hand, my kid is not running up those stairs again. That's enough. That was my dad. And my dad got into it. And I think they did maybe, one more take and they got it. And I didn't get fired.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, no, my dad was great. He stood up for me on many sets because he was a known character.
I started the business. You're going to hear this one is the best. My first movie, guess who was with? Tab Hunter and Sophia Loren.
Wow.
How do you open up a career like that? And then it goes
Wow.
downhill.
It's all
Then
downhill.
it goes
from there.
Then
downhill.
it goes downhill, and you wind up with some shit ass paper freak after working with stars like that.
That Tab
know,
Hunter
but that-
documentary was very good on HBO a couple of years ago. Did you see that?
Yeah, Ron and Tab were friends. They remained
Oh,
a
yeah.
friendship for like years.
I remain friends with.
They did a
Tab.
good job with that.
Matter of fact, we saw Tab Hunter right before he
Tab
died.
Hunter was, oh my God, he was the best human being I ever met. He was kind and caring and honest and real. He loved his horses and his friends. I miss Tab all the time. He's one of the people I really miss. A lot of people died and I don't give a shit. But Tab Hunter, I really miss.
Which I want to go back. All right, now we're going to go back to wax for a minute. So first of all, I think it's a great freaking concept. I also think it'll be way better with you with the gray hair doing it.
So true. I like this look.
Yeah,
You
because
look
this is a very distinguished look. Like you look like really
Thank
important
you.
person.
I could see
Thank
you.
you.
I could see you in The Man in the Sea.
Okay.
That is.
Okay.
That's a very famous script, The Man in the
Oh,
Sea.
okay.
Okay.
So first of all, so you were talking about the kid from Jaws earlier. I'm not positive. I think the kid from Jaws, it's either the kid from Jaws owns a restaurant or the kid from Jaws has a sandwich named after him at some restaurant, as the kid, whatever his character name was when he got eaten in Jaws, which is funny because it was on 4th of July and I watched like 10 minutes of it. And that was the scene I watched where the little kid gets
Right,
eaten.
right.
So
Hey,
it
that's
was
when
fun.
you that's when you know you can make
I'm
it.
surprised.
Yes.
I'm surprised
name a
they
sandwich
let that
after you.
happen because children should never be abused.
They
in
don't really
film.
show it. They just show the
Even the
blood.
thought of the idea.
I know my parents.
Well, it was controversial at the time.
Of course it was because it was child abuse.
Yeah.
You know, we just like if I see a movie and they shoot a dog.
Oh yeah, we don't like that.
I write the movie when I
And
critique
rape
it,
scenes. I won't watch a rape scene either.
I don't
If
like
a
rape scenes, and
comes on, I turn it off. I will not.
and I don't
watch a
like the
I
dog.
don't mind rape scene if it's like Sophia Loren raping me.
That I would watch. That I would pay to see.
I'd shoot that film over and over. Say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I screwed up. Let's do it again."
Anyway, anybody who
And I would
likes
pause
the
the
whack,
climax. I would pause the climax. I would pause it on the climax.
yeah, there you go. If you guys liked Whacked, Where Are They Now? Contact me because I think that's a series that should totally get made. I think it's a genius idea.
Yes, please contact Jimmy because
And,
Jimmy's involved with all my stuff. Yes.
And
Actually, you have a good Brooklyn accent, but it's not as old as mine. My Brooklyn accent is from Red Hook. Red Hook were all Italians that came from Italy and couldn't speak English.
Right.
And that's how we kids learn to speak English incorrectly because of our parents and grandparents.
Right.
So
right.
I really have it. I mean, I cover it up now a little bit, but you want to hear me really talk Brooklyn, you won't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No,
So you guys-
example, when we first met, Ron, I thought you were from Palm Springs because you
Get
had
outta
that
here.
Springs vibe. That's what. And
You
then you
thought I
started
was from
talking. I
Palm
said, "No, he's a
Springs.
Brooklyn guy."
now, as soon as
Yeah.
you talked, he knew you weren't. But it's the
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
So
You know, I
let's
mean,
brag.
it's,
Hang on.
it's easy to speak the way I speak. Like, you say, like, I says to her. And then people don't know what says to her means.
I says to her, "Hey, Marie, get in the fucking car."
I says to her, ask me about
Ask
it.
me a
I says to
question.
her, ask me.
He said, "Get in the fucking car."
I did that in a movie. I did that with Miss Pennsylvania. I was arresting her, and she wouldn't get in the car. I said, "Get in the car," and she wouldn't get in the car. I said, "Get in the car." We went back and forth. It was wonderful.
They ad-libbed the whole thing, and it was the best thing
It
in the
was
movie.
wonderful. It was the best part of the fucking movie.
So you guys, to brag a little bit for Lou Martini, some of the other things that you've seen him in, besides all the movie work and stuff he's done, Blue Blood. This is a TV shows, you guys. Blue Bloods, FBI Most Wanted, Manifest. He was in a bunch of episodes. That was a great show, actually. Hunters was a great show. The Blacklist, The Marvelous Miss Maisel. We loved that show.
Loved it.
I wish it would have come back and
I
not
wish
gone
it-
away.
Me too. Me too.
It really
Deuce.
was good. It was good writing for a change.
The Deuce, Sneaky Pete, Vinyl, Orange is the New Black.
You were in Maisel?
Yeah. I did a guest spot.
What did you play?
He just
I
had
played
guest
a
spot.
manager up in Pennsylvania that she was coming up to do a gig, and my roof collapsed, so they couldn't do the gig. So I sent them home. The funny scene.
Orange is the New Black, Nurse Jackie, White Collar, Law and Order, Criminal Intent, The Americans, Law and Order, and Severance. And they're all big shows. He has other ones too, you guys. I just picked out the ones I know everybody
What's
knows.
she like working with? Jane Mansfield's daughter.
Oh, she's wonderful. Mariska's great. Mariska's great. Love her. Great. And, she's a showrunner now, too. She's a boss now, too. So, yeah, she runs things. She's great.
Of course,
that whole set is great.
Her mother was very nice. Jane Mansfield was a very, very sensitive woman and very nice.
My
Did
father
you see that documentary? Did you see the one?
Yes, we watched the documentary. Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Again, brilliantly done.
We actually.
I was in Las Vegas. I don't know when it was, and she was there, and she was gambling, and she was later speaking with everybody, and she knew how to make people love her.
Mm. Yeah, and it's amazing how the documentary comes full circle where Mariska pretty much kind of disregarded her mom and just thought she was playing a dumb blonde thing and had not a lot of respect for her own mom.
No, she wasn't.
But after
stupid.
researching and finding out who her mom really was, the connection at the end was a beautiful thing. I thought it was really well done.
You just unplugged your light.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Okay, but Jane Mansfield and Mamie Van Doren. It's funny because I know Mamie. And I was sitting on the steps of a theater with Mamie while people were performing. We were waiting. And I brought up Jane Mansfield, and Mamie got all wild. And she said, there's only 2 M's in the business, Monroe and Mamie. I said, I thought there was 3, Monroe, Mamie, and Mansfield. She got up and she said, oh, Ron, you're stupid. She really got pissed off with me.
When my dad worked for Delta Airlines, and when Mariska Hargitay was a baby, born baby, they were on the plane, and Jane Mansfield was having trouble changing the diaper, and my mom was sitting next to her, and so my mom changed the diaper for her and showed her how to change the diaper.
So you see what a small world is.
Wow. She should have kept the old diaper. She should have kept the diaper.
Yeah, because she's so famous.
A lot of money.
She's fabulous.
Mariska's first diaper.
I love it, so I think it's really cool.
But the funny thing is, she inherited her mother's boobs. She's got big
a beautiful woman.
like her
She's
mother.
a beautiful woman.
She's a beautiful woman.
Fabulous.
Yeah. I love her. I think she's wonderful.
So since the last time you were on, I wrote down you've done all these things. Something called 69 Parts, Winds of Silence, Mooch, Secrets and Betrayals, a documentary, a Watergate documentary of some sort, Welcome to Bellevue, 3 Schmucks, Ebenezer the Traveler, and The Accused. And then you've done some really big shit. How do you pronounce it? Verity?
Yeah, Verity. That's a movie with Anne Hathaway and
Dakota Johnson, Josh Hartnett. That's huge.
Josh Hartnett.
Anne Hathaway, I hear she's trouble.
She's great. She's a Jersey girl. She's sweet. I worked with her twice now. And a matter of fact, the first time I worked with her was on a TV show called We
Crashed.
We Crashed. I worked with her there. And when she saw me on set for the movie Verity, she came up to me, gave me a big hug. She said, "Oh, I saw your name on the cast list, and you're great."
Oh, that's nice. That's
very
good.
sweet to me. We had a night. I played her limo driver.
I think the trouble might be with Meryl Streep.
Yeah, maybe.
They had a
I
little
think so.
trouble on that new Prada movie.
Yeah, I could see that. But Anne has been nothing but great to me. So
We Crashed, you guys. Jared Leto, Anne Hathaway, Anthony Edwards, Campbell Scott. Well, I love Campbell Scott. I haven't seen him in anything in a long time, but those are 2 huge things. And then you did something else. I don't know if this is old or new. I wrote it down, though, because almost everybody on it's been on the show. It's called Once a Week for Life.
We shot that. We shot that about a year and a half ago, I want to say. Really gritty independent movie. George Savalos, I want to say. Am I pronouncing the last name right?
Who?
That I don't know.
George who?
Yeah.
John.
He stars in the movie. He funded the movie. He directed. He produces a one-man show kind of thing.
John Kapelos, Daniel Roebuck. I'm doing a movie with Daniel Roebuck now. Al Sapienza, John Fiore, Oksana Lada, Artie Pasquale, William DeMeo. Have you been in that William DeMeo TV series?
No, I think I'm the only one in New York that hasn't.
Grayson. Yeah, you're like the only one who hasn't been in it because I was
have
looking
not
at
been
the cast list on it and I was like, knew half the people on it.
Yeah.
They're missing out.
Yeah,
They're missing
Willie
out.
has not asked me to do it. Willie, if you're listening, let's go. Come on.
That's right, Willie. I'm trying to get him on the show, so if I get him on the show, we'll plug it for you.
Okay.
How many movies are you offered that aren't funded?
I just got 2 offers that they're
Not
looking for
funded.
money.
Not
So what I
funded.
do is if I like the script and if I like the people that are involved, more importantly, I'll let them attach my name to it. I'll say, yeah, you can attach my name to it. If it helps with funding, it helps. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, but I first have to be able to want to work with those people, you know, because I'm at the point now, I'm not going to work with an asshole just for the sake of working. I don't need it. I have my wife and my cats. I got my Jersey Shore home. You know, if I don't need to go do it, you know, I want to enjoy work when I work now. I want to enjoy it. You know, guys, I'm sure you're
Same
the
with
same
him.
thing.
I feel just like
I'm not going to
there are
enjoy it. I'm
certain
not doing it.
producers I will not work with that I have worked with and were horrible to me and to the cast.
Yeah.
They thought who the fuck they were. They suddenly became superior because they had a directing job. Get over yourself, you jerk. 2 weeks ago, you were pumping gas in some gas station, and now you're a director. My ass is a director.
So you guys too, you can go to LouMartiniJr.com because he's got 3 other films that he's that are really fabulous films that he's like looking for funding for, and they're really, really good. I've read them all. They're fantastic, and he's a super talented guy. So just in case, check out Lou.
Can I pitch him? Can I pitch him real quick? Can I pitch
You
him
can
real
pitch.
quick?
Yeah, we got like
time.
15 minutes. You're fine.
Pitch away, baby.
Okay, so we got and Jimmy loves all 3 of them, and Ron loves all 3 of them too. The movie called Honor, which is about a family of detectives in New York City in the late 80s. They all have a deep, dark family secret, and these 3 secrets pretty much hit the wall at the end of the movie. I wrote this as with my partner Dave Jogler and Rich Wenzel, pretty much as a tribute or as an ode to the old New York gritty 70s type movies like Across 110th Street and Dog Day Afternoon and stuff. I think it has that vibe. And we were supposed to make it with Joe Bologna back in the day. And unfortunately, Joe Bologna passed. Yeah, Joe passed. He was going to direct it. And he passed. And then the producer passed. And then one of the writers passed. So it went on the back burner for a while. But it's out there again now. And Jimmy is actively helping us with it. And we got that. We got a faith-based film.
Let's talk about Joe a little.
Okay, definitely.
Renee is still devastated over Joe.
Ron was friends with both of them.
I'm friends with Renee, and she couldn't
everybody
stop.
was.
She can't stop talking about Joe. All she does is talk about it. Joe Bologna, everyone out there, was the sweetest guy, the nicest guy, the most down-to-earth, softest guy you want to meet. And that's because he was going to be a priest.
Right.
He stopped being a priest to do acting. And he married Renee Taylor many, many years ago, and they were married for like 1,000 years. And poor Renee, I feel so bad for her because she's really lost.
Yeah.
So if anybody
the son is wonderful.
out there wants to give her work, I think we should give her some work.
Yeah. Gabe is wonderful. The son is also a filmmaker. He's
Right.
doing stuff.
Exactly.
But before Joe passed, Joe was like, you know, Lou, this movie has to be made. This is a film that has to be made. That's how much he believes.
Guys,
in
the first one was called Honor, which you can read a little bit about it when you go to LouMartiniJr.com, or you can contact me because I've got all the information and I can set it up because we need money.
Yep. And the other 2 that we're really high on that we know we're going to make is one is called Steubenville, and it's a faith-based film about 3 guys growing up in Steubenville, Ohio, and their friendship and their faith. And we got Dan Lauria, the great Dan Lauria, attached to be one of the leads and to direct. So we're excited about that. We're looking for funding on that. And then the third one, which is crazy, but this is right up Jimmy and Ron's alley because they're crazy. It's called King Killer, and it's where I play an Elvis.
King Killer.
King Killer, where I play an Elvis tribute artist, and we go around the country with my mother and my girlfriend, who my mother thinks she's Gladys Presley, my girlfriend thinks she's Ginger Alden. And we go around the country killing other Elvis tribute artists so I can be the #1 Elvis tribute artist. So
I
very
love that
dark
shit.
comedy with Elvis music. It's called King Killer. And especially now with Elvis being hot again, I'm trying to get somebody to see the potential in that.
No, I
You know?
think it's awesome. I like absolutely
I think
freaking
you're
like
out of
love
your
it.
fucking mind.
I know. That's why I hang out with you guys. That's why I hang out
But
with you
it's
guys.
good. It's good. It's good.
That's
It's
the
good
three.
stuff.
That's the three we're working on. And once we make the
You
first,
gotta
one, we're
have
gonna make
balls
the
in the
three.
business.
Yes. Yes.
If you don't have balls, you're not gonna make it in this
That's
business.
right.
for
That's
sure.
right. That's right.
And I
That's-
think new thinking is wonderful. I keep telling Jimmy, or Jimmy keeps telling me, there's only what, 52 stories?
There's like 36 storylines
There's
or
only
something.
36 storylines that you could write about. Otherwise, you're repeating and repeating and repeating. So whenever somebody comes with a new idea, I'm so for it. I say, oh,
Yeah.
thank God, something new.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that
yeah.
sounds like
You guys
it's
that
never
like
been done.
his
Oh, it's crazy.
Lou
It's
Martini,
crazy.
you guys, is a super talented guy. His producing partner, she's amazing. They're really
Tony D'Antonio, the great
talented.
Tony D'Antonio.
Yeah, Tony D'Antonio. So they're very, very cool. Tony, it's his producing partner, Tony D'Antonio.
Who's that?
His producing partner. How many times do I have to say it's his producing partner?
You know what? You ever get punched in the fucking face on television?
Anyway, she's fabulous, you guys, and they have really good stuff, and you can check out LouMartiniJr.com. So let's ask you this. You've already worked with so many different cool people and done so many cool things, and we didn't really touch on the fact, that you're in the last season of The Sopranos, and that's considered to be one of the best TV series of, like, my generation, actually.
Hold it. But doesn't that make you a hood forever?
No, you know why? Also, because if you remember, you might remember, you might not. I didn't play a hood on The Sopranos.
You didn't
My
play a hood?
character on The Sopranos, I was an optometrist, and I just
So what
happened
is
to
it?
be.
He was an optometrist. He like
I
passed
happen to
stuff
be-
back and forth between the guy in prison or something.
I was Johnny Sack's brother-in-law, and when Johnny was in the hospital at the end of the season or in prison beforehand, I did 5 episodes where I was the go-between between James Gandolfini, Tony Soprano, and Johnny Sack. And so I was basically this layman caught in the middle of 2 big mob bosses, So it was not a hood part. It was very, very fun. Anthony Infante.
But it's very
As a matter
hard.
of fact, one of the
It's
scenes.
very hard to get out of character. I'm in a movie with a wonderful script. I can't wait till we shoot it. What is it called? The one
which
with
one?
with Joan Collins.
Oh, Saving Paradise.
Saving Paradise. And they wanted me to play the romantic lead against Joan Collins. And I said, no, I've never played a romantic lead, let alone against Joan Collins. No. And in the script was a tough guy from Brooklyn.
Who's an agent.
A Jew from Brooklyn who's a tough guy, agent with sarcasm and funny. I said, that's who I want to play, Bernie. I don't want to play Joan Collins' lover.
Right,
So,
right.
the question is, would you play Joan Collins' lover?
He's too young.
Yeah, absolutely.
You would?
Listen, like I said, it's all about if the script is good, if the people that are doing the story, if the people that I want to work with, and I know I'm going to have a good time, as far as respect goes.
Yeah,
and the
but
work being done and
I felt I would.
But I'm
fall
too young to
short.
play Joan Collins.
Yeah, you're too young to play Joan Collins, so it wouldn't be.
I didn't think I was manly Rock Hudson enough or something for her. So I said, let's get George Hamilton, and they agreed. George Hamilton will be wonderful with Joan Collins.
Oh, I met George Hamilton back in the day. Nice guy. My mom was on his show. He was doing a contest. Remember when he had his talk show with Alana? Back in the day, they had a talk show.
Right.
He had a contest that they were going to stay in somebody's house for a sleepover. And my mom was one of the 3 finalists, and they took a tour of my mom's house because my mom's house had all the Elvis Presley stuff. It's hilarious. He was very nice. Very nice.
He lives down the street from us.
He lives right over here, and I've seen him 1,000 times, and he's very sweet and
Right,
very
good.
Very sharp.
What happened, Ron? What happened to the movie back in the day? You had asked me, unfortunately, Paul Sorvino had passed, and you had asked me about doing the role in a film that you were going to do. Do you remember that? When I spoke to you guys probably about a year ago?
The Gift of Magic. The Cursed Gift of Magic.
Oh, I'd love you to play
The
role
Gift
that
of
Paul-
Magic. I was working with Lainey Kazan to play the lead, and Lainey got very ill. So I said, I'll get Renee Taylor. So I called Renee, and Renee was excited. She said, send me the script, and I'll play it. Well, Lainey and Renee are good friends, but they got on the phone, and Lainey called me up and she said, "What the fuck do you mean you gave Renee that script? I was supposed to play the lead." Blah, 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 blah. I said, "You're half dead." She said, "No, I'm not." Blah, 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 blah.
He does talk like that.
Yeah. Well, what am I going to tell her? I said, I know Lainey for 35, 40 fucking years. I could talk to her that way.
Yeah, I've worked with Lainey.
You know, Lainey's from
She was
Brooklyn.
supposed to play my mom. She was supposed to play
She's
my
a
mom in
tough
James
broad
Burrow's
from
sitcom.
Brooklyn.
Oh, really? That's funny.
She doesn't
She was
fold.
going to play his mother in something.
Yeah, she doesn't fold, Lainey. So anyway, Renee and Lainey both dropped me because they decided that they weren't going to be in the movie because of their friendship or something. I don't know what it is. It's still not dead.
It's not dead, but we're having trouble financing. Let's put it that way.
I had trouble financing only because it's pro-Judaism and it makes the woman a Jewish hero. And right now,
it's not like the best time.
That's not the thing to do because people don't like Jews. They want to kill them all. So it's not the thing to do. It won't go. It'll go in Jewish neighborhoods, but the rest of the world
It'll go later. We just have to wait for the world to change a little.
Yeah. So it's
hopefully it passes. The craziness passes. We hope.
We hope.
We definitely hope. So here's something I want to ask. Since you've worked with everybody, and I probably asked you this last time you were on too, but maybe you'll even have a different answer. So, male and female bucket list, living or dead. Who's an actor and an actress that you'd like to work with, living or dead, that you haven't had an opportunity to work with? And then, if you could have ever been in any movie ever made, and you can't pick The Godfather because you were in it, what movie would you like to have been in?
Okay, it's both a difficult question and an easy question. Bucket list. Actor to work with. I'll give you living first would be Christian Bale.
Oh, that's
good actor. Good actor.
I think he can do anything. The guy can do anything. And I'm a big Robert Mitchum guy. And I think, Ron, you said, did you know Robert Mitchum, right?
No. He was best friends with
Robert
Jane Russell, but he didn't know Robert Mitchum.
Robert
No,
Mitchum
I
is
never
my
met
guy.
Bob. But I know all about him from Jane. Jane spoke of him.
I'm a big Robert Mitchum fan too, though.
She was great friends with him, and she was proud to say to me, "You know, Ron, I drank Mitch under the table every time."
Wow. That would be my guys. My girls, I had a huge crush when I was a little younger on Esther Williams. I would have loved to have done an Esther Williams.
I knew Esther Williams, didn't
Of course
you?
I know
Yeah, he
Esther.
knew Esther Williams.
Yes,
You know,
I do.
Esther Williams. This is crazy, but you asked. So
She was supposed to come on my show, Set the Record Straight, and we had a little difficulty with. I won't go into that, but anyway,
We only have a couple minutes, so you got to
there
go.
was a little difficulty, so we had to cancel her. But Jane said to Esther, "So how come you're not doing Ron's show?" So she said, "Well, what's his show like?" Jane said, "He's crazy. He asks crazy questions." So Esther got scared. She said, "What kind of question? He's not going to talk about my private life." She said, "Oh, yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will."
wow.
So
And then
Esther's husband
actress
called
today?
me.
Oh, yeah, go
Okay.
ahead. After today.
So actress today who supposedly is going to take a look at King Killer in August. We're hoping. A friend of mine says he's going to pass it along to her. Melissa Leo. She would be a phenomenal lead in King Killer for the Gladys Presley type. Did
that's
she
a
win
good
an
one.
Academy Award or was just nominated?
I
know
think
she's
she was
been
just nominated. I don't think she won. I think she got nominated.
Ron, if you saw her face, you'd know her. She's a phenomenal older
What's her
actress.
name again?
Melissa Leo.
Melissa Leo. I don't know the name.
So then what's a movie that you would like?
Well, my favorite movie of all time is Dog Day Afternoon. I would have loved to have done Dog Day Afternoon.
Wow, that's a toughie.
I
Wow.
love Dog Day Afternoon. And I saw the play and it was very good. Very good. John Bernthal did a great job.
I always like that because that's one of Lance Henriksen's first movies, and Lance Henriksen has been like my favorite actor my whole life.
Yeah.
And I've met him a bunch of times. As a matter of fact, so I collect action figures and collectibles and stuff like that. I have an amazing collection, and I have the #1 collectible podcast. And I have a tile. He made the alien tile of the alien monster. It's a ceramic.
Yeah.
And he doesn't sell them, but he actually gave it to me when I met him after spending the weekend hanging out with him. And he signed the back of it. Jimmy Star, you're the coolest fucker I ever met. So it's like my prized possession because he's my favorite actor.
Wow, that's
He
awesome.
only wrote that because he's not married to you.
So
He'd be married to you. I wouldn't write that.
that's okay.
How
So you
many
guys,
years
this is
now? How many years? How many years?
14. We're coming up on 14. October will
I
be
thought it was
14.
more than 14.
No,
Wow.
October's 14. We've been together 15, but married 14.
Wow. Fantastic.
So you guys, Lou Martini Jr., you can follow him. He's on Instagram. He's Lou Martini Jr. Please check out Breaking Balls podcast. You really will enjoy it. It's a really great
sounds
show.
like a fun show.
And I don't endorse any podcast hardly because most of them I think suck, but this is a really good one.
But you know what? Breaking Balls sounds like they need me to come on as a guest.
You're on. Just let us know when you want to come on. You're on, of course.
Yeah,
Because
he would
I
love
will
it.
destroy every fucking one of you in a minute.
And you guys, it's hosted also with Johnny P. Johnny Potenza. He's a great guy. A great guy.
I know everybody on
We
that
have a
show.
lot of fun. So it's a lot of fun. Also, you guys, go to LouMartiniJr.com. You can check out all the stuff he's got going on. And if you want to invest in anything, hit us up, hit him up, hit me up. But we'd love to get some stuff going because Whacked, Where Are They Now? It would be a really successful television show.
Nothing like it on television.
You were working on the Mob movie, the TV series. I think they're still casting. It's Rayster. Contact.
No, I will do it. I won't.
Jimmy
contact.
will
First,
do
you got
it.
to make sure. I
Okay.
want to make sure they got everything put together because right now
Because
it's not
I don't
quite
know
all
if
put
they're
together.
done casting, but I know they were casting as of a couple of weeks ago. So it'd be
Yeah.
great if we could work together as hoods.
That'd be a blast.
It'd be great if you lived in Boca and we lived in Boca because then we could work on projects really easy.
Yep.
Yeah, could happen. Could happen.
Could
hopefully.
happen.
Hopefully.
All right, Lou. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure
Lou,
to
you're a
see you. And you
delight.
look terrific. You really look good.
thank
You look
you.
sensational, not terrific. Better,
Thank
the
you.
best you've looked. Before you
Oh,
look like a
thank
fat. I said you look like a fat guy from Brooklyn. Now you look like a sophisticated Madison Avenue antique dealer.
Thanks so much, Lou. Talk to you later.
Love you guys. Love you
Love
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you back, Lou. Love you back.
He's
Bye-bye,
great.
baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
He's super cool. Love him.
Oh, he's a great guy.
You guys, he's great. He's a really good actor, and he's really good on Law and Order too. You guys, he's on it all
That's
the time.
because he's from Brooklyn. Everybody from Brooklyn is nice.
All right, now we're gonna bring on our next guest, Jon Mack.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic. So is it Jon Mack? It's not John Mack, right? It's Jon
It's
Mack.
John. Yeah, with a soft J.
I love it. It's so cute. All right, here we go, everybody. We're so excited. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actress, producer, writer, music supervisor, and she's a rock star too that she didn't tell us about the other day when we met her. Jon Mack. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you. It's so good to be here and so good to see you guys.
I'm so excited.
And both of my daughters wanted to know who was on. I said, Jon Mack. And I showed a picture and they said you were beautiful.
Oh, they're so sweet. Thank you. I
So
appreciate
that coming from other women, women could be bitchy. But you are beautiful. I was so impressed with you when I met you. You're so feminine and beautiful and reminiscent of Audrey Hepburn and Dorothy McGuire, all the wonderful stars of my day. You have that quality. And I don't understand why producers aren't jumping on it because it's a wonderful quality.
I know you should be like the
No,
next
it's a wonderful
hugest thing on the
quality.
planet.
To sit and speak with you, you're mesmerizing.
In the chat room, they're saying how gorgeous you are too.
No, you're mesmerizing because of your movements, the way you are so feminine and graceful. It's a pleasure to watch you because women today look like dykes. They all walk around like truck drivers. No, they really do. They walk around with these fake tits and they shove them in your face and they think who the hell they are. You're, on the other hand, you're Audrey
Sophisticated.
Hepburn. You're Audrey Hepburn. You're
So the first thing,
lovely, absolutely lovely.
first of all, you guys, if you want to follow Jon Mack on Instagram, she's at itsme_Jean Marie, JONMARIE. And we were Facebook friends for a long time, but we had never met. And Ron dragged me over at Steve Ross's party, says you have to meet her. And she said, hi, I'm Jon Mack. And I was like, oh, we're Facebook friends, but we've never met. It's JON, right? And she was like,
That's right.
yes. And I was like, yeah. So it was such a nice time. And we had a great time. And it's so great to meet you. And the first thing I want to bring up, because Ron will like it, is the fact that Introducing Dorothy Dandridge was a great movie. I think it was a made-for-TV movie, but I think it won a Golden Globe.
Right.
Or got nominated. With Halle Berry, Brent Spiner, William Atherton, D.B. Sweeney. I love D.B. Sweeney.
And you
Tamara
played
Taylor.
Ava-
And you played Ava Gardner.
Yes, yes. Sorry, Ron, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Oh, he said you played Ava Gardner.
Oh yeah,
Gardner.
Ava Gardner. Yeah, that was.
And that's some hell of a pair of shoes to fill.
Oh, yeah,
Because Ava
absolutely.
Gardner was one of, for those of you out there who don't know who she is, she was married to Frank Sinatra for a while. And she was one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood. But
Yeah.
they said the camera couldn't get it. You had to see her in person
Oh,
because she had emerald green eyes.
Yeah.
And she had jet black hair and milk white skin and dimples. And she was
Amazing.
breathtakingly beautiful.
yes.
So-
And she had such a
Now
strong.
I'm going to ask you, because you were a model. Did the camera get you?
I think so, for the most part. Yeah. We get along pretty well overall. I mean, it's it's always a process, but no, I love working on camera, and I think from all the years experience, I'm fairly used to what works and what doesn't work.
Because so many people are beautiful in person. You know who else was beautiful in person? Debbie Reynolds.
Oh.
Debbie was believe it or not, she was a
Yeah.
beautiful woman.
I
She
can.
really was in person. She
Yeah.
never filmed that beautiful, but in person, she was very beautiful.
Yes.
So wait, that was one of your first things. Like, how did you transition from, how did you even get involved in movies in the first place?
Well, it's I grew up in a small town in Michigan, a very like rural town, on a farm, and my mother was a theater teacher in she did both college and local high school, and so at 5 years old I did my first play, and I mean, from there, I just started being on stage and falling in love with it. And then my father, these were the days when they had, video stores like Vidiots, kind of like cool, like eclectic video stores. So my dad owned the only one in town. And so every day after school, I'm an only child. So every day after school, I would pick out a film or two films. And I was just a movie junkie from the age of probably 10 or 9 or 10, because I just fell in love with films. And so it was a combination of those two things. And then I went to NYU and I studied at the Tisch School of Arts for theater.
Really good school.
Yes,
Good school.
excellent school. Yeah, and we did both Strasberg Institute and experimental theater. So
Okay.
it was
Let's bring it up to date. Here we go.
Yes.
My favorite horror film is The Night of the Living
Oh, I wanted
Dead.
to do that at the
No,
end.
no, I'm doing it. It's the black and white version that was back in the 60s. Scared the hell out of me. Now you've remade it. Am I going to be disappointed? Am I going to say, oh, why did they bother making it? They're stupid. But you play the mother of the child that goes in the basement
Yes.
in the film. Okay.
Yes.
Are you sticking to the script, the original script?
For the most part, it's kind of a modern retelling of the story. Granted, we are nowhere near gonna top what George Romero did. I mean, what he did was so groundbreaking. So I think that's that's become a lot of the question or consensus, is there people are wondering, are you trying to redo it? No, this is more of an homage. So I think everyone involved is a huge Romero fan and fan of the genre, and you can't beat the original, of course, because it was one of the most interesting things to come out of cinema, especially at that time. Like it set the tone for all horror movies after it. But I think what we've done, and we paid respect to the original, but we've added a few things. So we, just slight changes. There is a diner scene in this. In the original, they only talk about the diner. So we actually have a diner scene
Right.
in lieu of the cemetery scene. So we've seen the cemetery scene before, in even the remakes, even the 1990s.
Were you able to capture the eeriness of the original? Because it was so eerie.
It was very eerie.
Shadows.
Yeah.
You're shot in color, right?
Yes, which to me is a little harder to do because black and white is so expressive. And I think for that, especially for horror, it was so, I think that's part of what makes it really scary when you watch that film, is the black and white. Like you said, the shadows and everything is so dramatic.
Very scary and eerie.
Very eerie. And they didn't have, back in the day, they didn't have all the fake blood and, things now that we see so graphically, the bright colors. So everything looked more, to me, intense. Like, it was just, you didn't need to see all the details.
You brought us a film clip.
No, I have the film clip, but we're going to keep talking first.
Yes.
Fuck you. What are you, the director
So
now?
yes, I'm the director now. So first of all, on IMDb, even you guys, it's actually labeled based on the original Night of the Living Dead.
Yes.
So they're doing everything, letting you know it's an homage ahead of time. It's
Right.
directed by Christopher Ray, you guys. It's written by Jared Cohn. It stars Michael Gaglio, Robert Carradine, which is probably his last film because he passed away recently, unfortunately. Eva, I don't know how to pronounce Eva's last name. Eva Seja?
Seja, yeah.
Eva Seja, Jared Cohn, Vivica A. Fox, Scotch Hopkins, you guys. He plays the Bill Heinzman zombie. I was friends with Bill Heinzman before he passed away for many years, and he was really great. Miko Hughes, you guys. Adam Huss, Dee Wallace, Zach Ward. Dee Wallace and Zach Ward have both been on the show. Jeff Wills, who plays Patient Zero. Rob Van Dam, Brittany Underwood, Josh Stone, Maria Paris, Jessica Moore, and Richard and Raphael Gabai. I wanted to include everybody in the whole cast.
What about John?
So that should be everybody.
What about her? She has an
Oh,
important.
well, she automatically she's on. She's the guest, so
she
automatically she's on.
has an important part because we hated the mother. We wanted to smack her around, the stupid bitch.
Yes.
I mean, she went downstairs and a kid kills her. Well, I can't do that. We won't give the film away.
Everybody who
I know
likes
everything
horror,
about this film.
everybody who likes horror likes the original Night of the Living Dead. It's one of the most.
I was only 21 years old, and I moved out of my mother's and father's house, and I had my own apartment with my then partner Sal. And Sal and I put the TV on, and there it was, this movie, whatever it was, Night of the Living Dead. Who gives a shit? I hate these kind of movies, Sal. Turn it off. It stinks. These movies stink. Well, after 5 minutes, I kept looking. We only had a single bed. We didn't have two beds yet. We couldn't afford it. So we both hopped into the single bed, and I was like hiding in his body. I was terrified, and I have never been scared from a movie to date.
Yeah, he doesn't really get scared.
Never.
Because
I think they're stupid, but that movie is wonderful. I cannot wait to see your film. I have great enthusiasm. No, really, because it's my favorite movie.
I hope
would
you
like to have been in it. I'll tell you the truth. I would love to have had a part.
Yeah, I would have loved to put you in it. I mean, this is the thing is, I think overall this film is it's a lot of fun. It's not taking itself too seriously. We had a friends and family screening like recently, and when you see it on the big screen, it's the kind of film I feel like you need to see in like a drive-in theater or something, because there's just something about it. It gives enough homage to the original where it feels like it's kind of vintage quality, but it's also a modern, like I said, modern day retelling. So
good. I'm glad it has a little quality like that.
Yeah, and everyone that came loved it on the big screen, which I think would be. I think it'd be great to have it there.
The zombies, are they going to be stupid zombies all made up to look like zombies, or are they going to be like people? Because the original, what was terrifying was they were actual people that came out of the grave.
Yes.
And that's what scared you. They weren't done up like monsters.
Right.
So did you do your guys like monsters?
They have a few of the monsters, but some of them are like in different stages of, like some are newer
development. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's usually like in the process of whatever, stage of zombiness they're in. So ours have some stages.
And back in 1962 or 3, did not allow that sort of stuff on screen.
No.
Blood was never shown, bullets were never shown. And suddenly the truck goes on fire and you see these dead people come out of the grave and go over and start to eat the arm of somebody that was barbecued on the truck. And they're tearing the flesh. That was so disgusting and grotesque in those days that we were shocked to shit. We couldn't believe they were showing such a thing.
So I have a question for you. First of all, one of the things I think was super smart is you guys, you put some kind of like very iconic actors who are very well known. Having Dee Wallace, she's super well known.
Oh, yeah,
Zach Ward, is in A Christmas Story. Everybody knows who he is. Miko Hughes, everybody knows who he is. Robert Carradine, Revenge of the Nerds. It doesn't get any more like iconic for our generation, at least for my generation. So I think that was famous. So are you? Because I noticed on your IMDb resume, you do have quite a bit of horror movies too. Were you a horror fan before you started doing horror movies?
Always, yeah, always. I think, yeah, from the time I was a kid, like my dad, having that store, I gravitated towards horror. I watched Cronenberg films when I was probably 8 years old, which is probably a little young, but I've always had a love for horror. I mean, since I was little, and appreciate for old and new horror, like young and old horror, all ages of horror. Yeah.
My first 2 horror movies that I ever saw were Phantasm, which I'm pretty good friends with Michael Baldwin, who played, and he's in all of them. And the other one was Phantom of the Paradise. I don't know if you're like, do you know what Phantom of the Paradise is?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. I have to see. I love Phantasm, but I have
you
to
would
see
like you would like Phantom of the Paradise because you're a rock star and it's about a rock star, so you would actually like it. So you should actually watch that. All right. So what we do is I
can't believe you're a rock star. You're so far from a rock star. My God.
Oh my gosh. And she does really, and she even has a music video with Robert Lasardo's in it.
Yes.
And she has another one with Brian Krause in it.
Yes.
You know what? I think casting her in a horror movie is not easy because she's so angelic looking.
That's true.
You don't look like a horror person. You look like an angel.
That's why it's called acting. You always tell me it's called acting.
But you're beautiful like an angel. I love your face.
So hang on.
And not only do I love your face, but your fella loves your face. The guy you were with is so crazy in love with you.
Oh, my friend.
I feel so sorry for him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, he's madly in love. He doesn't see beyond you. You're his life.
All right, we're going to Night of the Living Dead. So what we're gonna do is play the trailer. So Juan, we're gonna play the one that says Night of the Living Dead 2026. You, John, actually introduce it for us, and then hang on, we're gonna play it. It's only like a minute something, and we'll be back.
Yep.
All right, introduce it for us.
Okay, you're about to check out, based on the original Night of Living Dead, brand new trailer coming out soon.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. There is an epidemic of mass murder. At this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide.
This is a nightmare. How are we gonna get out of this?
I don't know. It's like nothing that we've ever seen before. It's everywhere.
Police and vigilante groups are in the process of combing remote areas in search and destroy missions against all aggressors. Rescue efforts are proceeding slowly due to the increased danger of nightfall.
There's nowhere to run.
I know what you want. You want a horror movie.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like.
Hi.
I can't wait. It looks so good. It also looked like Dee Wallace got bit.
I won't say.
You'll have to see. You have to watch the movie to see, you guys. So you guys are screening at Screamfest or someplace, right?
But what I would suggest
hang on.
Rent the original and watch that, and then watch this film, so you'll see how they brought it up to date.
Absolutely.
Of what's going on. I don't care for the fact that they made them look like zombies, because to me, dead people are frightening, especially if they come out of the grave and they look like they're going to eat you. What's more frightening than people? Some people
I loved it. I was hitting him the whole time. I was like, I can't wait to see this. That's just totally right up my alley.
I can't either.
So
I want to watch it.
It's going to be fabulous, and I think it's terrific. And I think
and
it's
then
great
when
that
you
guys
come on
did
the
it.
screen, I'll stand up and yell, "We know her!"
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? It's a lot of fun. Like I said, it doesn't take itself too seriously, and I think that's part of part of the goodness of it is we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to give modern audiences a new take on it, because I think a lot of the younger generation hasn't seen the original, sadly.
No,
Like
it's a new
they don't
concept
watch,
for them. It's a whole new thing.
yeah, they
Absolutely.
don't watch
so
anything
too.
that's not on the phone, or it's kind of a different vibe. So we're just hoping that people in Gen Z and younger can also appreciate it, which I think
Do you
is
know, is it gonna go? Is it gonna get a theatrical release, or is it gonna go straight to streaming? Or
I'm
you don't know yet?
hoping so. I know we're supposed to go to streaming, I want to say in October, right before Halloween, which is like
Halloween.
the perfect time. Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect time. But I think right now I would love to have a limited release, even, right before it comes out on streaming. I think it'd be so nice to even 1 or 2 weekends, in some select theaters, because I think once we saw it at the friends and family screening, we were like convinced that I think the real fans need to see this on a big screen.
I think it would sell out, even if you guys just rented a theater for a weekend or something and
Yeah.
had the cast come.
Yeah, but the
and watch
money
it
is
with
in the
everybody.
money today is in streaming. There's no question about it, because zillions of people see it all over the world quickly.
Actually, though, you
on
want
the TV.
You want to, yeah, but if you really want it, the big money's in the theatrical release. If you
Yeah,
can actually do it.
but that's if you have Meryl Streep, that bitch, in it.
No.
So
I think it's fabulous, and I was like going down your like IMDb, and you've done a bunch of horror movies, and you've actually done a bunch of stuff with people that we know,
Yes.
which is fun. But let's talk a little bit about the fact that you're like the drug addict in Saw 6, because I'm sure that everybody recognizes you from that. And Saw 6, you guys, was Tobin Bell, Costas Mandylor, Mark Rolston, Betsy Russell, who's been on the show, Shawnee Smith, and James Van Patten were the biggest names in it, and you, obviously. How was that for you, and how is that? Because that's for me, that's my favorite horror franchise, I think, out of all the franchises. That and Hellraiser.
I love Hellraiser too. Yeah, I'm a fan of Hellraiser as well. It was great. I mean, once I was in number 6, so by the time I got there, it was a pretty well-oiled machine. Like we shot in Toronto, but they had a whole sound stage ready to go. Like you get there, all the sets are pretty much built. But it was really, I don't know, I was impressed, but everything was kind of in-house. Like they know what they're doing. And I always have this funny anecdote that I was in the makeup chair next to the actual Jigsaw puppet, which was really fun. It was somehow the doll was laid in the chair next to me. And I remember the makeup artist being like, I don't like being in the room alone with that doll. So it was very funny. But overall, it was a great experience. It was the first time I worked with Costas. I worked with Costas again on another film, which
we love him.
Oh, Costas is great. Yeah, he's awesome.
We met him at a movie premiere, and we hung out with him. Then we went to eat with him afterwards, and then the next night we did the Halloween Hotness. And he was there, so we hung out with him there. He was like great. And one thing that's kind of cool, so like, because I'm a big Saw fan, like I told you when I met you, I have all these collectibles. So like Saw 3, the whole story of Saw 3, I don't know if you've seen all of them or you just saw yours, but Saw 3, it revolves around the guy whose kid gets killed and all he has left is her pink pig, and a stuffed pig. And I have the actual stuffed pig from it. And a really good friend of mine was Jay LaRose, who played Troy the Chain Man in Saw 3. And I saw you did a movie with him called Mandrake.
Yes.
With him and Betsy Russell. And Betsy Russell was on our show like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so Saw for me is the favorite. And then I like all the regulars. You have your Friday the 13th is good.
Yes.
And Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I guess Pinhead, the Hellraiser.
Those are big titles.
Those are like the most popular ones. But for me, Saw, there's just something about it. It's just so cool. It's so eerie. Did you see Saw 10?
I did. I've seen all of them. Actually, Kevin, the same director who worked with us on 6, did the newest, the 10, the latest. He's
I went
great.
to see Saw 10 with his daughter, and I freaking loved it. I actually downloaded it and kept it. I mean, it's creepy and everything. And now I believe that for Saw 11, I think Blumhouse bought the rights, and
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because the original was James Wan and Oren.
Okay, so
they
we
did
had
the original.
James Wan. We had James Wan on this show when Saw 1 came. The first Saw movie came out, and people were freaking out. They were like, "How in the hell did you get James Wan?" Because back then, that's a long time ago. People didn't know who we were all that much, but we got him, and and it was super exciting. So I just love the whole thing, and I love it also. My next question for you then is, because you have done a lot of independent films, and then you've done films with like the biggest stars on the planet. How is it as a difference in doing like an independent film compared to doing one with like an actual budget?
Worlds apart.
Woo, yeah, I mean,
Worlds apart.
yes, I think it's you know, your skill set always stays the same, but the circumstances and the surroundings change. And I think, you know, I mean, I love working on the bigger budgets, of course, because it's just, you know, as you know, Ron, it's more cushy, and it's, you know, we like to have our air conditioned paddy wagons and whatnot. But I've worked in guerrilla conditions as well with you know, all budgets of films. And you know, every time though, it's a pleasure because I love what I do. I love being on set. I love working with actors and directors and just having that camaraderie of being a family. Even if it's just for a couple weeks, you kind of go into a fantasy world and you're literally a family for the amount of time that you're working. And I love that, you know, big or small, it doesn't matter. So of course we all like the, you know, the cushier, nicely catered dinners, but at the same time, I'm happy eating a sandwich, you know, on a stoop. If I'm working with great people, I mean, that's what it's about in the work.
I'm going to brag for you a little bit. You guys, so she did a movie Playing for Keeps. Gerard Butler, Dennis Quaid, Uma Thurman, Jessica Biel, Judy Greer, Catherine Zeta-Jones. I mean, that's like all A-list everybody. Another one called Straight A's with Anna Paquin, Ryan Felipe, Luke Wilson, Krista Campbell. We had her on the show last year. Howard Booth, and Cale Chain, Nicolas Cage, Enrico Colantani. I love him.
He's
like
great.
for me. So Veronica Mars is like my favorite TV show next to like 21 Jump Street and stuff that's, you know, more my age. But like he's like the perfect father. Like thinking, you think if you were going to have a father and you got to pick one, he'd be the one you would want to have. But Ryan Quanten, you guys, he was True Blood. Annabella Costa, Sean Patrick Flannery. So these are all huge. And Acceleration, Dolph Lundgren, Chuck Liddell, Natalie Byrne, she's been on our show, Danny Trejo, Al Sapienza has been on the show, Jason London's been on the show, Sally Kirkland was friends with Ron.
Oh my
She's
gosh,
friends with
small
Sally
world.
Kirkland. It is a
Amazing.
small world.
Rest in peace, Sally. Yes.
And you did another movie called Spiders, and it has Patrick Muldoon, Krista Campbell, and Sydney Sweeney when she was young, which I found interesting. And the only reason I bring it up is because when that movie came out, the guy who wrote the story, Dustin Warburton, somehow we were friends on like MySpace, I think. That's how long ago that was. And so I helped him promote it when it first came out, even though I didn't know what I was doing. But it was kind of like a fun, low budget movie. And I loved Patrick Muldoon, rest in peace, that he just passed away.
So did Sally Kirkland.
Yes. Sad. So I think you've done so many great things. And also you did a movie called The Deep Ones, and we have Robert Miano coming on, and Kelly Maroney's a friend, and Gina LaPiana was on our show too. So
oh my gosh.
all these people that you worked with.
Hi, Kelly
these
Maroney.
We love Kelly Maroney.
We love her.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. No, they're all, I mean, I've worked with so many amazing people, and that's what I love about this, is who you meet and you know, your experiences you have.
It's a family.
It's a family, and you know, everybody's been great. I've never had a bad experience, honestly. I mean, I just, yeah, I mean, some have been absolutely magical. There's been actors that, you know, I met and worked with, where, you know, obviously became friends and we're like family now. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm always grateful because there's so many talented people out there. So I'm always grateful when I have that opportunity to play ball with them a little.
A lot of jerks too.
But she hasn't had the jerk, so she's lucky. But one thing about it is,
I've met some of the biggest jerks.
I've never heard anybody. I mean, I didn't know you until Saturday, but I knew who you were. You know, I knew your body of work.
I know your face.
Wait a second, but
I'm speaking too. What are you? You can't have.
I've never heard.
Listen,
in all the little
you
circles.
cannot have her. She's mine.
No, she's mine. I've never heard anybody.
I found her. I discovered her.
You're right. In the independent, in the horror industry, though, like I basically, like you, I know everybody, and I've never heard anybody say a bad word.
Because I already told Shitface here that doesn't shut up. I told him that I want to be in a film with you, and he has a few ideas. So
yeah, I do have. I have some ideas that aren't horror, but I have some good ideas. Yes,
and they're good scripts. And not. I don't do crappy scripts. Remember that
anymore.
We've
already done them. We've done them.
I've done my crappy scripts. No more, kiddo. I rather
we've all been there.
Believe me. Play with myself than go do a crappy script.
But what I was saying is, in the horror community, I've never heard a single person say anything negative about you ever, and that's a pretty big deal because
Why
that
would
doesn't
they?
happen.
She's lovely.
Oh no, she's lovely. So you did another film called Hefner Unauthorized.
Wait, I told her in person, I gave her the best compliment. I said, if I was straight and 35 years old,
a lot of ifs.
I would beg her to date me.
There you go. But there's a lot of ifs there.
A lot of ifs.
No, absolutely.
And that's the greatest compliment when a gay man says he would love to date you. There's no greater compliment. No great.
I agree.
I mean, you're not only beautiful, but you're lovely. And there are no longer lovely women. And I'm so desperately lonely for lovely women. Don't forget, my best friends were Jane Russell.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Stars like that. Yeah. People that had grace and finesse and charm and elegance and decency. Decency.
Yes.
And I found those things in you just in a brief few hours. And I felt theatrically, romantically involved with you.
Beautiful.
Tell your guy he's got competition. An 86-year-old fag.
I want to go back. So you did a movie called Hefner Unauthorized, and I'm only bringing it up because we had Randall Batinkoff on our show many years ago, and Randall Batinkoff was one of my favorite actors from the 80s. And he was such a superstar, and I think you might have even done more than one film with him, possibly. Did you like working with Randall Batinkoff?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, that was. I mean, I was playing one of the old school playmates, like Joyce Nazari, and she's one of the. I think she was one of Half's girlfriends actually at one point. I believe. I mean, have had many girlfriends as we know, but I think she at one point I want to say in that era was his girlfriend and his favorite girl. And no, it was a great experience. I mean, I was still new to working on sets. At that time, I was very green in the industry, just starting out, but it was a positive experience. I mean, those kind of jobs really helped me along with trying to just fashion myself and know how to work on sets, know how to work with different people, from bigger budgets to smaller budgets. So I'm grateful for all of those experiences.
Oh, and he would have been so when you would have been a newbie, and he would have probably been pretty seasoned at that point. So that actually guy gave you an opportunity to work with somebody who everybody already knows. I'm not sure exactly. I know he still works, but I don't think he gets to do as big a project.
Have you ever played glamour parts?
Not as much as I would think, but no, not as much. I mean, Ava Gardner, that was
right,
pretty,
that would be the biggest one.
Yeah. But they always like to put me in, no makeup and rough and tumble. I'm either like an FBI agent or a doctor or something like that. So I mean, I like to play all types of things, but glamour pots are funny. I mean, why not? I love to play that.
One of my producing partners is in the chat room, and they said, read my mind. There's a lot of great things we could do with her.
See that? This is going to give you work, John. We're going to give you work.
I love it.
It would be like a lot of fun. Horror is my favorite genre.
We all need work.
Absolutely.
I can't stand these actors that act independent.
Yeah.
No, I beg.
Hey, no shame in that. We all need to put
shame in begging because we're selling talent.
Absolutely.
And when you're selling talent, you beg.
Yes. Sometimes you have to.
You do. You say, hire me. That's begging.
So you haven't been an action star yet, then?
Not too much. I have done a little bit. I mean, it's funny because I'm trained in that. I've done a lot of, stunt training and firearms training and all that. So I'm perfectly capable, but I would like to do more. Actually, I would like to do more for sure. I've done all my stunts up to now pretty much myself.
Oh, that's so cool. Do you know Sarah French?
That sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I know her personally.
We need to introduce you to Marcel Waltz because he does movies all the time, and he's to me he
will love you.
He's like the best indie director that there is at the moment.
Very cool.
He's from Germany. He's gay, and he thinks like me. He loves women that are elegant and feminine and sophisticated because he's German. Germany, they have a higher thinking of women, not like here. Here we push him up and shove him out, and that's it.
Yeah.
And also he uses Adam, not Adam Huss, but Adam Huss's boyfriend, who's also named Adam.
Oh, Bucci.
Bucci, Adam Bucci, and who's been on our show, but Adam Bucci's been in a bunch of Marcel movies. He makes really good movies. So there's like your 6 degrees of separation.
Oh my gosh. I was wearing Bucci to Monsterpalooza and HorrorCon this year. I was rocking Bucci's designs.
He's great. He's super great.
I think we're going to an opening of Marcel's, something he's directing, right?
Yes, he's got a movie that he directed for who's the people who make all the like knockoff films? Like instead of snakes on the train, they'll do snakes on the plane.
Asylum?
Asylum, I think. Yeah,
Asylum.
Yeah, you want to go? Because they said we can invite people. I'll send an invite.
If you'd like to go with us, you can be our guest.
Yeah, I'll get you.
And
you plus one.
You'll meet Marcel.
I'd love to.
And you know, of course, he'll be enchanted by you as we all are. And he'll hire you.
In the chat room, they say you look a little bit like a young Bo Derek.
Oh my gosh, thank you. She's still stunning. Bo is still
stunning even as an older lady. She's an old lady. So here's something I like to ask all the movie people that come on. This is like a bucket list question. So living or dead, a male and female actress that you would love to work with that you haven't had a chance to work with, but they could be living or dead. Then the second part of the question will be, if you could have been in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you have liked to have been in?
Ooh, okay. Living or dead. Okay, I mean, I have a couple for each. Ava Gardner and Marilyn Monroe. As far as
there you go.
Marilyn, because I would love to have done a comedy with her, because I think she was so brilliantly funny and underrated. I think she was hysterical. People just didn't realize it. Marilyn was so smart and quick. I just think she would have been a joy to do like a real comedy with, like a girls' comedy, you know, like a modern day.
The truth of that is, and I got it from Jane Russell, when they were doing Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Jane found Marilyn to be very depressed and very sad.
Oh, yeah.
Very confused and very vulnerable. And those are all the things that we discussed.
Right.
And I said, do you think people were using her? And she said, absolutely. They, from the piano player up, she said, they all slept with her and used her and whatever. So Marilyn was not what the audience saw. Marilyn was a very, very disturbed human being. It's a pity, but she was lovely.
She was fabulous. And the movie, what's the movie I like with the guy that you know?
Who?
The guy where they're the guns and they turn into women. What's the name of that movie?
The guy with the guns that turn into women.
They play in the band, and they're all in a band together, and they dress up like women to be in the band.
Tony Curtis.
Yeah,
Like a Hot.
Something like that. We watch that all the time.
That's a great movie. And Jack Lemmon. That's a brilliant.
He was friends with Tony Curtis. So.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Yeah. That was Billy Wilder, right? Billy Wilder?
Billy Wilder, yeah.
Wow, you know your stuff. That's good. Okay, so we got those two.
Did you know that was Tony Curtis's favorite movie?
Was it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I spoke to him about it.
Yeah.
I said, how did you feel about being in drag? He said it was outrageously funny, but my feet hurt. I said, well, now you got to get used to high heels. He said, Ron, I don't intend to work in high heels anymore. But anyway, he said that it was his, except for her. He knew Marilyn for years. In fact, he pregnated Marilyn once. She was pregnant from Tony years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, he didn't enjoy working with her, although they were friends.
Right.
But other than that, he loved the film.
It's a great film. So
and it shows they loved it because you could see the acting is so good.
Absolutely.
All right, so we have Marilyn Monroe and Ava Gardner. Keep going.
Living Michelle Pfeiffer.
I love Michelle Pfeiffer.
I love Michelle. She's always been, since I was a little girl, I just looked up to her. I think she's amazing. She's not only gorgeous, but she's got so many layers to her. And she just, I'm sorry, she's still my favorite Catwoman. I know there's Eartha Kitt and Julie Newmar.
But she's my favorite too.
I love Michelle.
Julie Newmar.
Yeah.
Ron's friends with Julie Newmar today still.
Who?
Nice.
Julie Newmar.
Julie Newmar.
Okay, so now we give us some male actors.
Male, okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, I'll start with those alive. I would love to work with Benicio del Toro. I think he's amazing.
Yes.
He's so intense. I love his intensity. I'm a Cillian Murphy fan too. I love Cillian.
Me too.
I think he's incredible. He's always surprising.
I didn't know that's how you pronounce his name though. Okay, but yes, I thought it was Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy. He was like
Celtic, yeah.
Yes, he was in Batman.
Mm-hmm. Incredible.
Great. Yeah,
Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer. Fantastic.
Nobody's ever mentioned him either, so that's a really cool one. Okay, give me some dead ones.
Oh my gosh, Marlon Brando. I mean, right there. You know, I know he was complicated, but my God, his energy in his peak had to be something to behold. Just to work with him, because
You would not like working.
I've
with
heard
Marlon
stories.
Brando.
I've heard stories for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Sophia Loren had to tell him, one more time you touch me,
Oh.
beware. She
All
warned
right, so
him.
give us another dead one then.
Sorry, let's see. Oh my gosh, now I don't want to say dead yet, but retired. I still love Jack Nicholson.
I love Jack Nicholson too.
I love Jack Nicholson, and
he's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
I
mean,
love.
he's-
But do you like Wolf then? Because that's Michelle
love
Pfeiffer
Wolf.
and Jack Nicholson. I love that movie.
Yeah, and him and Michelle together, of course. With James Spader, who was also amazing. I mean, I still love James
Pretty in
Spader. You know,
Pink.
there's
Pretty
yeah.
in Pink.
Pretty in Pink. Yes, all of
And
that.
James Spader was so good. Did you ever watch the TV show with Captain Kirk where they're lawyers? I forgot the name of it.
Oh, yes, I was not Ellie. I know what you're talking about.
Whatever
Yes.
it is, it was the greatest TV show, the best writing ever.
Yes.
Did she know that you impersonated Jane Russell?
Who?
Her. Did you tell her that?
Oh, I don't think so.
Can we show a picture or no?
Oh, sure. Show my picture.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron, throw it up there. Throw it up
Okay.
there. So Ron, in the
Oh my
older
gosh.
days, impersonated Jane Russell all
That's
over the
amazing.
country, like all over doing shows as
Wow.
Jane Russell singing in his own voice. And then he became best friends with the real Jane Russell,
Oh wow.
who used to tell him that he looked better than she did.
No. I showed her a picture of me in a German magazine. I was in a bathtub with Bubbles soap. And I hated that picture. And when Joan got to that picture, she said, oh, this is nice. I said, no, I hate that picture. I really think I look like a hot old bitch. And she looked at me, she said, oh, I wish I looked that good. And I almost collapsed. I said, here I am impersonating her, studying her makeup, everything for years. And now I have the real Jane Russell saying she wished she looked like me. Wow. Anyway, Jane and I became brother and sister buddies.
I love
We
that.
hung out, we stayed in each other's homes, we traveled together. And I was the last one to see her before she died.
Oh.
She left me in Florida, and we had never exchanged any kind of sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
Some reason I said to her at the airport, you know, Russell, I love you. And she said, you know, Russell, I love you.
Oh.
And that was
the last
end,
time they
that was the
spoke.
last thing I saw Jane.
That's
So I think we know when we're going to die, we do things nice.
Oh, and it was called Boston Legal. Somebody in the chat room said Boston Legal. That was the James Spader
Right.
show. It was a great show. So you
Yes.
guys, this is Jon Mack. You can follow her at it's me _ Jean Marie. She's got great stuff. As soon as Night of the Living Dead comes out in October, we'll probably do a cast show. We'll try to get all the cast to come on, and we'll promote the shit out of it so it does well. And we want to thank you for coming on the show. We want to say it's such a pleasure to have met you on Saturday. You're fabulous. We love you to death. And
Just stay as lovely as you are. That's all I could say.
Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, and I adore you both. And yeah, we connected so well. So I'm so grateful.
I think we have become fast friends.
Absolutely.
And, we do want you to go to the premiere with us.
Oh, I'm happy
yeah,
to.
I'll get the information.
You could dress up a little bit. Some of them do. I think it's stupid, but they wear long gowns in the afternoon. I don't get that.
Cocktail dresses. That's how
Yes,
you do it.
I'm sure being a model, you're going to do it right.
Absolutely. So everybody, thank you so much, John. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes.
I'll get the invite stuff and send it to you. I'm going to make sure it's okay. I'm sure it is, though, because I'm pretty sure they told me I can invite
No,
people.
Marcel would
And
be. Come
so
on,
it'll be a
Marcel.
lot of fun. So you can bring someone else with you, so it can be you plus one, and we'll work it all out. So
Yeah,
thank you
could
so
bring,
much.
You could bring that nice fella. I know.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Say hi. Bye-bye. All right,
Jen.
everybody. Thanks so much for
Bye-bye,
tuning
honey.
in to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
This is MC Alfred and Ozzy. I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC. You can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfred, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out.